The story goes, he saw him on the internet as a 2-year-old and fell in love with him on the internet for sale. So he was in Fort Collins, Colorado. That's why the nickname Denver stuck to him, because he was from Fort Collins. Anyway, he went down, saw him, loved him, but didn't have the money to buy him. So he borrowed the money off at the bank from his office pickup and bought the horse.
When Bo came to the ranch in August, he was training out of here, and he went home and got all his horses. He comes back and he pulls out this red roan out of the trailer, and Alvin immediately fell in love with him. So Bo needed to sell him.
Oh, when he backed him out, I was like, oh my gosh, a red roan, highbrow cat. Man, that's, wow, loved him. Then I was turning back for him for several days and got to watch him work him, and man, I was in love with him. And when Bo wanted to sell him, I was like, oh man, I'd love to buy him. It was so much money. It was like 4 times more money than we had ever spent for a horse. And I was like, I just don't think I can do this. But Becky, I'd have to give her the credit on that. She kept saying, just do it, just do it.
So I said, just do it, just buy the horse. So he bought it, and we had no idea how he was going to be. But from the get-go, we loved him, right out of the trailer.
He made the semifinals and then advanced to the finals. And then finals night, that was something I'll never forget.
Bo began showing limited age event horses 5 years ago. Here he rides a registered American quarter horse started by Highbrow Cat. This is Metallic Cat, owned by Alvin and Becky Foltz, ridden by Bo Gallion.
Bo and I had lunch the day of the finals, and he had told me, hey, I haven't pushed on the gas pedal at all. I have a lot of horse left. I would like to just turn him loose and push the gas pedal all the way down, and let's see what happens. I said, let's do it. We may never be in this position again.
And of course, Alvin and I always sit up in the nosebleed section. We're at the very top at the Will Rogers. So finals night come, and we were both just, wow. We had no idea, because Bo just let him do his thing. It was incredible.
And wow, he pushed that gas pedal all the way to the floor. And the louder the crowd would get, the lower Metallic Cat would get, and the harder he would stop it. I'm watching this red roan horse down there, and I couldn't believe it was ours, because he was doing things that he had never done at the house. I mean, he was crouching and shaking and doing all those things that we all love to and dream about having a horse to do. He was doing it, and I'm like, I just can't believe this.
It was so exciting. Alvin broke the seat in Will Rogers because he was jumping up so high, and we still sit there to this day.
It was one of those nights that you never forget. It's just something that'll be with me till I die. Then to push the gas pedal down, and for him to take that, and to be able to go as fast as he did, and be as electric as he was, well, that was an exciting night.
Thank you, Bo. That was Metallic Cat, owned by Alvin and Becky Foltz, ridden by Bo Gallion.
We were in shock, shock, because we'd only really been in the cutting horse business, a couple of years, maybe 5 years, 4 or 5 years. And so to win that show, it's life-changing.
And then, after that, he just kept winning. Every show we'd go to, he'd win. He won like $670,000 in 9 months. And I mean, there was nothing else for him to win. He had won Horse of the Year. He had won anything that there was to have won accomplishment-wise. He did it in 9 months. And so there was no reason for us to continue to show him after that, because there's nothing else for him to prove. So.
And with us winning the futurity and never had promoted a stud, we didn't know where to start. So we took the perspective as, okay, we were mare owners. What did we want from a stallion owner as a mare owner? That's how we modeled our plan. And When the phone rang, they got to talk to me, and I'll talk all day long about Denver if you want to talk to me about him, and I would. They'd call me, and I'd talk to him for 30 minutes just because I'm so passionate. Alvin was so passionate. I mean, he's our family. We loved him. We still love him.
And then it slowed way down waiting on the babies to come, but then once the babies hit, man, they just started winning and winning and winning, and that was, we had so much fun.
The first year that his foals competed at the futurity, we didn't miss one. We were in stands for every single one and cheering for every single one. And so that's what's so special about him. And then he just went on, and now I think he's at, what, 33 million he's produced.
It was like watching our own kids. It's like going to a basketball game and watching your kids play basketball. So that's how we felt. So we sit there and watched. We'd mark them every night, which ones were showing, like for the futurity, because that's the first show that you can actually see them at. And so we'd mark them all down that night before, and then we'd be in there to watch every one of them. But we had so much fun promoting him. He was easy to promote. He promoted himself better than we could ever promote him. But I want people to know we never started this for a business. We never bought this horse. Man, I'm going to buy that horse and we're going to win the futurity and we're going to have a stallion. And we had no intentions of being a stallion farm or being a stallion owner. We bought the horse because we loved him and we thought he had a good chance to do good at the futurity. You always hope to win the futurity, just like you would hope to win the lottery, but you don't really think it'll ever happen. So it's just to tell other people, I mean, you never know. You never know who's going to have that horse to win the next big show. They're out there, and we're living proof of that it can happen to some people living here in the panhandle of Texas.
You know, he changed our life. He changed Bo and Ashley's life. He changed a lot of people's lives. You know, he completely changed our life. He opened so many doors for us, and I'll be forever grateful to that horse every day.
We're just people. We're just people that love horses, and the chips fell in our favor that night. It had to have been fate. God put that horse with us for some reason. I don't know why. There's so many lives that he's changed, not only ours, other people's. It's amazing what one horse can do. Best and worst day.